Hi, this is Cousin Russ. I am going to do another blog post, something I've been thinking about for a while, but I'm going to do it. And here's what I'm going to be talking about. In Family Tree Maker 2019, renaming a file. Now, why would I want to do that? Well, makes sense, at least to me. So what I have on the screen right now is Family Tree Maker 2019. And there's a list of files that I have here on the lower left-hand side of the plan workspace, but I don't open my files from here. I go up here to the top, and there's a drop-down menu. Now, if you look at the drop-down menu, you will see that the files that are listed here are also the files that are listed down here. So you can get to it in two places. Yes, it's easy to do it from down here, but I do it from up here for a very different reason. And the different reason is what's available in the menu. So if I did remove from list, if I selected it, it would remove that file from the list up here and down here. I'm not going to do that, but each of the files that are at the top, I can open it. I can open it up in a new window, meaning I have Family Tree Maker, a file open, and I want to open another file. I will open in a new window as opposed to the window that I already have open. But here's what I want to demonstrate is rename the tree. That's, to me, is an incorrect term, but that's just me. It should be rename file, but that's how it is. And sorry, it dropped off. So, or I can delete the tree, delete the file. Deleting, remove from this list is just taking the file that is listed at the top and at the bottom and removing it from the list. Now I have done that to clean up before this demonstration, but what I want to do is, I'm trying to do too many things at the same time. So what I want to do is rename this file. Now, when I rename the file, and what I'm working on is getting Windows Explorer on a screen so I can bring over, there we go. So here is Windows Explorer, and there is the media folder that's associated with the file that I have open. Now I want to go down here to the name of the file is media, and if I go down here to the media folder, here is all of the media files, 371. Now, if you watch my two earlier recordings, that I had 371 media files. The additional file that is here is a special folder for people's person profiles. So that's when you have a profile picture, it gets saved here. But all of the, within Family Tree Maker, all of these 370 items are marked private within Family Tree Maker. You can't see it out of it. But that is the folder that has all of the media files. Let me move Windows Explorer, File Explorer out of the way. So if I go over to media, the media workspace, there are all of the files, and then we marked them all private earlier. That folder that I showed you for the profiles, I don't see here. I can't see it. I don't need to see it. But what I want to do is demonstrate what happens when I rename the file. Remember, the folder in File Explorer is the same name as the file that I have open. So I have media-2019, and there is, where'd it go? There it is, and there it is. So that's the media folder that's associated with the media file that I have open. So what I want to do is this. I don't want it to call media anymore. I want it to call something else. Now, one of the things that I do in the file name, since I'm the only one that cares about the file name, is I add a version number. So I'm going to click on Help and About, and I'm using Family Tree Maker 2019 build 1252. That is the official version that's out that most users have. So it's build 152. I want to include that in the file name. It only has meaning to me, but I have been doing it, and you'll see these file names down here all have 2019 1252. That's my purpose. But right now, this tree, the name of the file does not have that. And I want to now rename the file. So I'm going to go down and select Media 2019 and rename. There is the rename. Now what I want to call it, I don't want to call it media anymore. I want to call it demo. And as I have mentioned before, I want to add 1252, as that is the name. That's the build that I'm using. Now I use the underscore because what I try to do is keep dashes between elements, underscores within the element, like the file name. The version and build is an element in my mind. You can do whatever you want. I'm just putting out. So when I'm looking at a file on my computer outside of Family Tree Maker, I know what version of Family Tree Maker I was using when I created that file. So I clicked OK, and it says it was denied. Now I have a feeling that the reason why it was denied because I had it open in File Explorer. So let me do it again, because I had File Explorer on another window so I could show you the change. And I'm going to underscore 1252 and click OK. And this time it took it, and the reason again is that I had what I had is Windows Explorer, File Explorer open that was off screen. So if I look here, the file has been changed to demo. I don't have it open, but now I'm going to go up here and demo, and the sorting up here is the sorting of the last time you opened the file. So now I want to open Family Tree Maker Demo 2019 1252. And there's the media file. The same number is here, 372. Now what I want to do now, and this is why I had it open so I wouldn't have to do this, what I'm going to do now is bring over Windows Explorer and see what's happened. Here we go. That's the folder that it's in, Family Tree Maker 2019, and I called it demo, right? So the whole purpose of this demonstration is when you rename the Family Tree Maker file with your data, that rename function also changed the name of the folder in which the media files are in. So that's the default for 2019. I've put it in a separate folder because I have 2017 on this computer as well. So I want to make sure I know what version I'm running. So it renamed not only the file, which would be down here, it renamed the file, but it also renamed the folder where the media files are in. So the purpose of what I was doing today is renaming the file that I'm working on, that it makes more sense to me. Now, before I go, let me do one more thing. I'm going to go to my Ancestry member tree. Now, I clicked on the link because this is synced. I didn't change any data in my database, and there is the Ancestry member tree, and the file name on the Ancestry member tree is still media. What do I do? Well, I'm going to wait till the hand becomes a down arrow, and I'm going to select Tree Overview. Those are the images that I mentioned the other day. And what I want to do is change, oops, sorry about that. Let me get this. Tree Overview. And that's welcome to the file, right? So I'm going to click Edit. This is on Ancestry, and there is the file name. So I'm going to rename the Ancestry member tree just to demo. And I'm going to put a description. So that's adding in additional information to the Ancestry member tree. I cannot do this from within Family Tree Maker. I am on the Ancestry website. And while we're here, just so we're upfront, when I loaded this Ancestry member tree, I had the privacy settings as a private tree, and I do not want Ancestry to search for it. So that is the settings that I have. If I have, I'm going to click sharing because I believe that I had Dear Myrtle have access to this tree, this Ancestry member tree. So I now have renamed, although you see this still says media. And what do you do with a browser? You hit refresh, which is what I'm doing, and it is now refreshed to, let me go to the tree overview. I may not have saved it, and that's what it looks like. It did not, I did not save it. That was my mistake. So I'm going to save it this time. I saved the sharing, but I did not save the text. That was an interesting mistake. See, I didn't change the screen when I type the text. Now I'm going to save it. And you notice that it is now saved. And there is the Ancestry member tree. So when I renamed the file in Family Tree Maker, it had no impact on the Ancestry member tree. I had to go to the Ancestry member tree, and there's a clickable link right here that I could get to it real quick. Now, also, look what has happened. There's a down arrow, and there's an up and down arrow. What that means is I made a change in the Ancestry member tree, and you just saw it, and I made a change in Family Tree Maker. So what I should be doing, and I will do it when I've completed this recording, because it doesn't need to be on the recording, I will do a family sync so I can sync my database with what's on Ancestry.com. So that is the recording on how to rename a file on your computer, and a recording and the tree name that is on the Ancestry member tree. Thank you, and have a great day.